Welcome to Beaufort County This Week. Today is Friday, January 10th, and this week NBA legend and Columbia native Alex English celebrated his 71st birthday. I'm Matt Golden, and here are your top stories presented by BCTV. Beaufort's marsh ponies are getting used to life in a new location. Plans for a Robert Small statue at the State House are moving forward, and South Carolina school districts are beginning to implement their new no cell phone policy. All this and more coming up on Beaufort County This Week. Make sure to check out Festive Beaufort, your exclusive ticket to all the excitement happening across Beaufort County. Join us as we explore vibrant events that bring our community together. From local flavors at seafood festivals to creativity at art shows, Festive Beaufort celebrates the heart and soul of our community. Don't miss the stories behind these events that make Beaufort County shine. Tune in and discover why Beaufort County is the place for every occasion. Festive Beaufort is where the spirit of our community comes alive. Find episodes of Festive Beaufort on BCTV, on the BCTV YouTube channel, and on the BCTV app. Watching the comings and goings of tiny horses that looked right at home grazing on a marsh or galloping on the beach was magical, according to residents of Horse and Little Horse Islands who witnessed the unlikely scene over the decades. But those days are gone after a November roundup corralled the last members of a semi-wild herd of marsh ponies. They will live out the remainder of their lives on local farms. The end of the isolated herd that once roamed freely in the wilds of coastal Beaufort County, called ponies but looking more like little horses, was bittersweet for Dr. Venaye Reece. For the last 12 years, the retired veterinarian fed and cared for the horses, which could run like the wind and swim like fish. Watching them, said Reece, who could see the herd from her home, was, she said, like seeing unicorns appear out of the morning mist. They were magical to see on the marsh, Reece said, but, she adds, it also is a relief to know that the ponies that once snorted at boundaries will now receive better care in a more hospitable and controlled environment with better oversight. Limited food sources, inbreeding, health concerns, encroaching development, and access and oversight concerns took their toll, so the decision was made to place them in foster care at farms owned by Brandy O'Brien of Bluffton and Nicole Bradley of Yemassee. On November 6th, the semi-feral horses were lured with feed into a pipe corral provided by Beaufort County Animal Services, then ushered into a stock trailer and driven away to begin a new life of relative leisure. Some of the 7 ponies are close to 20 years old, which is roughly the lifespan of the ponies, said Reece. Wear and tear of the teeth caused by sand consumed while grazing was a major limiting factor of the lifespan, she said. Domestic ponies, on the other hand, live well into their 20s or even 30s. They will just keep being in the wild, just in a different location, said O'Brien, whose Bluffton farm is located on a similar marsh environment where the horses once lived. Since the ponies have arrived, they've been feeding on grain and hay, their hooves have been trimmed, and a veterinarian has floated their teeth or filed them down to make them even. A monument honoring a former black congressman who commandeered a Confederate ship during the Civil War is slated to stand outside the visitor's entrance of the State House. The Robert Small statue will face the State House and the George Washington statue, but the location in the northeast quadrant of the grounds between the African American History Monument and the Spanish American War Veterans Monument allows the statue to even see the monuments honoring Ben Tillman and Wade Hampton. As these younger generations of citizens visit the State House, they will walk by the Robert Smalls, said State Representative Jermaine Johnson, a Democrat from Richland. The Small statue will depict him in a 3-piece suit wearing a bow tie. This depiction is actually consistent with everything else we have around here, Johnson said. Put him up there as an equal to everybody else. This is an equal human being. This is a man who did extraordinary things, but he's an equal, and we need to go ahead and exemplify that with our actions and treat him as an equal. The monument will have a panel with a biography, including Smalls being born into slavery, how he commandeered the Confederate ship Planter in 1862 to bring 15 other runaway slaves to Union forces, served as a delegate to the South Carolina Constitutional Convention in 1868, which required compulsory education for all children, served as a state representative and state senator, and was elected to Congress in 1874. South Carolina school districts are implementing a new cell phone policy law as students return to class this week. The law makes it illegal for students to use their phone at any point during the school day. The most significant change in Beaufort County is that phones will no longer be allowed at lunch for high school students, which was previously an option. The South Carolina Board of Education voted on the ban last year. Supporters argue that it will eliminate distractions and improve student mental health. An exception to the cell phone ban allows students to use their phones for medical reasons. Leaders at Beaufort County believe the transition has been smooth so far. To be honest with you, I think our students have been very compliant with our requests, said Superintendent Dr. Frank Rodriguez. Our communication with them is on a frequent basis. I think some of them even see this as a welcome relief from cell phones. To be honest with you, but I think time will tell, but I really believe our students will continue to be compliant as they have been through the first semester. And now here are some events to get you out and about this weekend. Tomorrow at 3 p.m., Nectar in Old Town Bluffton will host its first oyster roast of the season. There will be food specials, drink specials, and live music from 5 to 8 p.m. This event is presented by Deep Eddy Vodka. Head over to 207 Bluffton Road in Bluffton for all the fun. Go check out nectarfarmkitchen.com for more information. Also Saturday at 3 p.m., you can head over to USCB for chamber music. Join us for a spectacular hour of a musical adventure with the internationally acclaimed pianist Andrew Armstrong and his extraordinary musical friends, renowned for his electrifying performances from the grand stages of Carnegie Hall to London's Wigmore Hall. Andy's on a special mission to bring the wonders of classical music to the young explorers of the Lake Country. Each instrument has a story to tell, and together they create a symphony of narratives that will spark the imagination of every listener. Classical music is like a brain booster. It enhances memory, boosts creativity, and even makes math easier. This concert is a playful blend of music education and interactive entertainment. Kids get to ask questions, learn interesting facts about instruments, and be amazed at how music can tell stories without a single word. This event is free for kids ages 5 to 18, and there will be limited adult tickets at the door for $30. For more information, please head to uscbchambermusic.com. And as always, there's movie fun at the Highway 21 Drive-In Theater. On Friday and Saturday, you can enjoy a double feature on Screen 1 of Moana 2, rated PG, at 7 o'clock, and then at 8:45, it's Mufasa the Lion King, rated PG. On Sunday, it's a single showing at 7 p.m. of Mufasa the Lion King. On Screen 2, at 7 p.m., it's Den of Thieves 2, Pantera, rated R, and then at 9:20 p.m., it's Kraven the Hunter, rated R. You can see that double feature on Friday and Saturday, and then on Sunday it's a single showing at 7 p.m. of Den of Thieves 2, Pantera. And finally, over on Screen 3, on Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m., it's Sonic the Hedgehog 3, rated PG, and then at 8:45, it's Red 1, rated PG-13. On Sunday, you can get that single showing at 7 of the Sonic the Hedgehog 3. So hopefully some of these events pique your interest, and maybe I will see you out and about this weekend. Have a fun, safe, and warm weekend, Beaufort County. As always, we like to ask you check out our friends at Beaufort County Animal Services on their Facebook page, where you can find courtesy posts for missing pets, found pets, and pets that you can foster or adopt. Like to update on our royal pup King. King strutted into his foster home yesterday afternoon, and guess what? He's been the best boy ever. No messes, conquered his bath at Tractor Supply like a champ, and snuggled up with his new dad like a pro. Honestly, we're not even surprised. Meanwhile, King's brother Marley is still on the scene. Shoot us an email to set up a meet and greet. Check out Marley's adorable pics in the comments on Beaufort County Animal Page's Facebook page. We're also calling all dog lovers. We are in desperate need of space in our dog runs and have 3 adorable dogs needing to go out to foster. If interested, please email us at shelter@bcgov.net. First, there's Kendall, a 2 to 3 year old black lab male, 42 pounds. Then there's Max, a brown and white 10-year-old dog who's 35. And then there's Celeste, a 5-year-old female brown and white and black dog at 41 pounds. We have over 73 dogs here just in the Beaufort County side of the building. All these pups are very sweet. If you're interested, please email shelter@bcgov.net. Thanks for tuning in to your Beaufort County News Headlines. This podcast is a production of Beaufort County. For more information on BCTV, please head to beaufortcounty.tv, all rights reserved.